Hello, you are welcome to the second in the series of lectures on EDU258 Computer Science Education Methods. This is Josiah Owulabi, your facilitator on this course. I'm sure you will find it quite interesting. Let us go to class. So as I was saying, today we are looking at computer hardware, and our focus will be on input devices. Objectives of the lecture: we're looking at what exactly is computer hardware, what are some of the components, and specifically we are going to look at one of those components, the input devices. Computer hardware is simply what you see and you call computer. That is the hardware, the visible part of the computer itself. The part that you can see, you can touch, you can feel. Those are the computer hardware parts. There are different parts, different components that make up the computer hardware. You have the input devices, you have the output devices, you have the memory, you have the control unit, you have the arithmetic and logic units. But for the purpose of this lecture, we are simply going to look at the input devices. The input device is a piece of hardware that you use to provide data to the computer. The computer works with data. Except data gets in, the computer cannot function. So it is the input device that is used to put raw data to the computer which it processes. There are different devices that you can categorize as input devices. You have the keyboard, you have the mouse, you have the microphone, digital camera, stylus, joysticks, and the rest of them. But for the purpose of this lecture, we'll focus on the mouse, the keyboard, and the digital camera. What's the mouse? Look at the mouse here. It looks like this natural mouse that some of them are in houses that are dirty. So that's why computer calls it the mouse. So that's, you have it here, you have the wired, you have the wireless. So this is used as input device to input raw data into the computer. It has different functions. You can move your cursor. Look at it. I'm able to move up, move down. You can use it to select, because I'm using a slideshow now. I cannot demonstrate that, but what you just do is you press your shift and then you move your mouse and then it selects the text for you, right? Then you can use it to scroll, you can use it to move up, move down, you can use it to open a program. If you point at an icon on the desktop, just double click it using the mouse and then right there, you can drag, you can move this particular mouse, you can move this image, you can move it to the right, move it up, move it down. If we are not on slideshow, you just click on it and you press, you left click and then you move the mouse using the pad and then you can move it to anywhere you want. That's the mouse. Now secondly, you have the keyboard. The computer keyboard looks like a typewriter and it has different keys. Of course, we have other types of keyboards like the smartphone and the tablets. Normally we use the on-screen keyboard is inside the software to input messages. Okay, and then for the laptop, of course, is attached, is built into the computer. So there's the keyboard. Look at it. It looks more like what you see on the typewriter, but it can do much more than what the typewriter could do. Look at it. You have the keys here for the typewriter. Look at the keys for the typewriter here. You have the letters Q, W, E, and the rest of them. And you have all these special symbols here. So you have them here, the typewriter keys. Then if you move up, you have the function keys. They start with F for function. You have 4 here, 4 here, 4 here. That's how you have 12. So the function keys are F1 to F12. And each of these function keys have their different uses. For instance, you see the F2 here if you want to edit. If you want to change to slideshow, when I wanted to change to slideshow, I simply press F5 and it took me to slideshow. So when we come to talk more on this, we'll be able to talk. But for today, it's just introductory lesson. And you move over here. You have the cursor control keys. You can move to the right, move to the left, move up and move down and all of that. And then you have the numeric keypads here, where you can type 1, 2, 3, and anything that is numeric in nature. So that's the keyboard there, and then the different parts. Then lastly, you have the microphone. You know, with the keyboard, you are able to input your data using your keys. But over here now, with the microphone, you are able, it is with the aid of the microphone that you are hearing my voice. So it allows users to input audio into their computer. So you can, like if you are seeing, like that time you are seeing my face, you're also hearing my voice. So you are able to hear my voice and see my face. So the microphone enables you to see my face. It can be used for computer games, it can be used for online chatting, it can be used for musical instruments. You can use it to record dictation so that you're able to look at the phonology. You can use it to sing, you can use it for podcasts and the rest of them. So look at the microphone here. This one is hands. These are 2 other types that you hold with your hand and then you talk. So let's recap. What have we done so far? We've looked at computer hardware, the definition, the description, the components. We've looked at input devices and we've seen some examples. We've seen the mouse, the keyboard, the microphone. What are you going to do for me? You will source for more examples of input devices and do a write-up on them and their uses. So I will say, since I gave you 3, you source for 3 more and tell me what they are. Let me see how they look like in real life, their uses and how they are operated. So until I hear from you, I want to say I thank you for your participation. And this is Josiah Obulabi saying bye for now.